The Vrubel Hall at the Tretyakov Gallery, the museum's general director, Irina Lebedeva, and the president of the Russian Chess Federation Supervisory Board, Arkady Dvorkovich, signed an agreement on the World Chess title match being held at this treasure trove of world art. Iranian champion Vishy Anand, India, is to be challenged by Israeli Grandmaster Boris Gelfand. What are these world title matches? They are duels in which the world's top grandmasters sit opposite each other, eyeball to eyeball, deploy their creative talents, make mistakes, pursue their own and disrupt their opponent's plans. One battle is over, a polite handshake, followed by another fierce bout. The famous Book of Games of the Spanish king Alfonso the Wise, a patron of the arts, has come down to us across the centuries and wars. As early as the 13th century, many kings and caliphs had caught chess players and tried to master the game themselves. It is odd, I ruled the world from the Indus to Andalusia, but I cannot cope with 32 chess pieces on the board. The head of the Spanish Moors, Khalif al-Ma'mun, mused. Day follows day. The sun rises and sets, hurrying to the place from where it rose, and shines on the house of Christopher Columbus in Las Palmas. Yet, even before the era of great geographical discoveries, as if anticipating man's leap into the unknown, chess acquired its modern shape and commenced its conquest of medieval Europe. Matches and tournaments were held, but it was impossible to hand the palm to anyone. It took centuries for the royal game to get its own crown holders. It happened in the mid-19th century, when a 20-year-old American, Paul Murphy, burst into the measured pace of European chess life. He dashed across the old world like a meteor, defeated all the top European masters and, just as suddenly, gave up chess. Enchanted by Murphy's play, the chess community waited for their king to return for 20 years. The tradition of matches between great players dates back to 1886, and the count of chess champions begins from that year. Chess has always been popular in Russia, and it is not surprising that the first major international sporting event held in the young land of the Soviets was a chess tournament. In 1925, outstanding grandmasters, including the legendary Capablanca and Lasker, came to Moscow, infecting its people with a veritable chess fever. As immortalized in the famous film by the brilliant Vsevolod Pudovkin. Looking at these grainy pictures, we not only feel the atmosphere of Moscow chess, but also see the legendary Capablanca playing himself. The first Russian champion, who defeated the invincible Kuban 2 years later, was Alexander Alekhine, a nobleman, an émigré, and a member of the White Guard. Alekhine played beautiful, dazzling, and memorable chess that entranced his fans. True, in 1935 he lost the title to Max Abbe, but he regained it 2 years later, receiving a laurel wreath from his defeated rival. The fourth world champion died unconquered, so in 1948 a tournament was held among the world's top 5 players. The first 2 rounds were held in The Hague, and the last 3 in the Pillar Hall of Moscow's House of Unions. After 3 months of grueling struggle, Mikhail Botvinnik became the first Soviet sportsman to win the world title. That marked the start of the wonderful tradition of holding world chess title matches in the Soviet capital, because our grandmasters invariably took part in them. The first 2 such matches, in which first David Bronstein and then Vasily Smyslov tried to unseat Botvinnik, ended in a 12-12 draw, which meant that the reigning champion retained his title. Smyslov's second attempt was more successful, and after a convincing win in 1957, Vasily Smyslov became the 7th world chess king. Yet, a year later, in the return match, he was overpowered by his experienced rival. The town of Bled, Slovenia, the room of fame at Toplice Hotel. Years have passed, but the city still loves and remembers the winner of the candidates' tournaments, the legendary Mikhail Tal. They remember the hotel room in which Tal stayed. They remember the young champion's scintillating play and the cheering of the fans. It is hard to imagine the interest battles for the chess crown attracted in those years. Thousands of people, not lucky enough to get into the packed auditoria, followed the game and cheered the great champions. In 1963, Tigran Petrosyan defeated Mikhail Botvinnik to become the 9th world champion. 6 years later, however, the chess crown again changed hands. Boris Spassky defeated the Iron Tigran to become the reigning champion. 1972, Bobby Fischer's triumph caused an upsurge of interest in chess in America. All the chess sports available in New York stores were bought up within 2 weeks, and President Richard Nixon invited the new champion to dinner at the White Hall. Yet Bobby Fischer not only turned down the invitation, but, following Paul Murphy's example, gave up chess for good. The emerging American-Soviet chess confrontation was replaced by an ideological one, in which the main protagonists were Anatoly Karpov and Viktor Korchnoi. You won the crown, hold on to it. Leonid Brezhnev speeded the Soviet champion on his way after his victory at Baghel. 1984 ushered in a new era, that of confrontation between the two Ks, which generated the greatest chess brand in history. In their first duel, Anatoly Karpov was pretty much in control. The scores 4-0 and then 5-0 and 5-1 spoke for themselves, but autumn gave way to winter, and then spring, and the never-ending match that held the world riveted was abandoned, without a winner being named. In the autumn, in the second match between the same 2 rivals, Garry Kasparov came out on top, and he remained the reigning champion for many years. The famous champions' matches were played in London and New York, Lyons and Sibiria, invariably drawing full houses. Yet everything comes to an end. After Anatoly Karpov lost to Nigel Short, the 13th world champion got a new rival. First, Garry Kasparov confidently defended his title against the English grandmaster, and then in 1995 scored a convincing victory over Vishy Anand. In 2000, however, the 30th champion ran a great risk in deciding to cross swords with Vladimir Kramnik, who did not miss his chance. Snatching the initiative away from his formidable opponent, Kramnik did not lose a single game in the match and took the chess crown away from Garry Kasparov. Lake Maujory, the snow-capped Alps, clear air, and the Denimont Tobacco Factory, sponsor of the match. Everybody smoked, even those who had not previously been spotted indulging in the harmful habit. The match was a draw after the Russian equalized in the final game of a very difficult confrontation.
«2006
2006. Elista, capital of Kalmykia. Vladimir Kramnik is playing Veselin Topalov, a cloudless sky and a similarly cloudless start to the match. Yet it was the lull before the storm. In spite of all the twists and turns and valiant struggle, the match came to a dramatic tie-break won by Vladimir Kramnik. Vishy Anand has rightly been the main hero for the last 4 years. First, he convincingly won the World Championship match in Mexico City. Then he beat Vladimir Kramnik in Bonn and finally overpowered Vasily Topalov on his hometown in Sofia. And now, another battle for the chess crown is to be held at Moscow's Tretyakov Gallery. This time, the reigning champion will be challenged by Israeli Grandmaster Boris Gelfand, who brilliantly won the World Champion Cup in Khanty-Mansiysk and the Candidates Tournament in Kazan. Good evening, dear friends. My name is Vladimir Solovyov. I will do my best not to interrupt this ceremony. Of course, it is being held in the Tretyakov Gallery. It's excellent. I think that we are back in the times of Tretyakov. There's Mikhail Gorbachev here, and the impression is that we went back in time 27 years. And there is an era of change, and we will see as to how this will be reflected in chess. The players are representatives of two wise peoples. One of them did not know many years ago that he would become an Israeli grandmaster, and he moved. The pieces were moved by Andrei Filatov, the sponsor of this match, without whom this match would have been impossible. No one expected that there would be so many people, so many journalists here, and it's very pleasant, probably because chess, for every Soviet or Russian citizen, is much more than sports. This is a subject of some secret pride. There is a feeling that there is a connection between us and art, and everyone would like to have something in common with chess. Unfortunately, I didn't manage it. I never could learn to play chess, but all my friends and children are constantly reproaching me for this. So if somebody wants to win a game, I am the ideal partner. I lose always. Now, before new wise words will be said to the chess kings, I suggest that we all stand and listen to the Russian hymn. Thank you. Now we are about to listen to the anthem of FIDE. Thank you. Now I invite to the stage representatives of the Observative Council of the Russian Chess Federation, Arkady Dvorkovich. Dear friends, distinguished guests, dear Mikhail Sergeyevich, please allow me to welcome all of you at the opening ceremony of the World Chess Championship, which is being opened today at the Tretyakov Gallery in Moscow. It is a great honor for me to open the ceremony for the match between the reigning champion Anand and the challenger Boris Gelfand. I was born in Moscow and I still remember the matches which took place here, including the Columns Hall of the House of Unions. I've recently been to India and I have also been to Israel, Jerusalem. This is the country represented by Boris Gelfand today. And I think it's very symbolic that the representatives of these two ancient states will have a duel here in Moscow and show brilliant game, beautiful game, to give pleasure to hundreds of thousands of amateurs of chess worldwide. Chess is an ancient game, and the International Chess Federation, which entrusted Russia to hold the World Chess Championship, I think did the right choice. The Soviet chess school and the Russian chess school were always very important, and we still have a lot of grandmasters in the top 100 and top 20. I also believe that it is very important to hold World Chess Championships in a neutral place for both participants. Besides, thanks to our main partner, Andrei Filatov, we're able to put together two beautiful ideas, to put together chess and arts, and I think this is a real gem of the match which is to be held here. And on behalf of the Russian Chess Federation, I am grateful to the Tretyakov Picture Gallery for the possibility to hold this contest here. I think many young chess amateurs, many children who came to Moscow and are about to come to Moscow one of these days from all regions of Russia will be very happy to see the world's leading chess players take part in simultaneous exhibitions, and in a few years one of them will probably also be participating in further World Chess Championships. It's really a very interesting ceremony which has attracted lots of attention. And those who will not be able to be present here in these wonderful halls of the Tretyakov Gallery will be able to watch the broadcasting of the Chess Championship online. Our broadcasting will be of the highest quality. Our partners who broadcasted the ceremony of the election of the President of the Russian Federation will also be involved in this match. Once again, thanks to all who made this match possible, to our partners, sponsors, participants, to everyone who continues to support this beautiful and very interesting game, which really gives us a lot. I wish good luck to the participants and a lot of pleasure to everyone who will be watching the match, and let the stronger win. Thank you. The hospitality of the Tretyakov Picture Gallery is really very pleasing, and I think many guests will have the opportunity to walk around the Tretyakov Gallery and look at the pictures they have been enjoying since their childhood. The museum is in a great condition. The pictures are all in great condition. I was amazed at their current state. Now I would like to give the floor to Ms. Lebedeva, the director. well, not the general director actually, but maybe the head of the Tretyakov Picture Gallery, Ms. Irina Lebedeva. You are welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, today here at our hall, where one of the most prominent events are being held, we are happy to welcome our guests. We are happy to see here so many media representatives who also came here to the Tretyakov Gallery. Of course, we understand that chess is, first of all, a sport. It's a very complicated game with lots of tension, and we would like to wish our participants success and interesting play. But we also understand that chess is an art, and we are happy that the World Chess Championship is taking place in the Tretyakov Gallery, in the museum, which is a symbol of the Russian national culture, which exhibits our art over the past 1,000 years. And we are happy that many different the representatives of the audience will be able to see those pieces of art, and the Tretyakov Gallery will be better known to those who didn't know what it is. So I think this event is wonderful and unique. And please let me wish everyone success. A beautiful and amazing and brilliant game. And for those adults who will look at the masterpieces in our house to get great pleasure from this event. Thank you. Thank you, Irina Vladimirovna. Chess is impossible without participants, without its players, and without the people who sacrifice their own money and efforts. And sometimes chess is becoming for them not just a hobby, but a way of life, which happened to our distinguished Kirsan Ilumzhinov, who did a lot for world chess, who sacrificed his money, his talent, and lots of organizational efforts, which are not to be underestimated. Thank you very much. Now, a word to the president of the International Chess Federation, Kirsan Ilumzhinov. Thank you. Dear friends, dear world champion Vishy Anand, dear challenger Grandmaster Boris Gelfand, please allow me, on behalf of the FIDE World Chess Federation, which today unites 175 countries of the world, welcome you in the heart of Russia, in Moscow, in this wonderful Tretyakov Picture Gallery. Last year, when FIDE announced a competition as to where to hold this event, we received several bids, and at last we only had two of them from the World Chess Federation and the Russian Chess Federation, the Indian and the Russian Chess Federations. When I visited India, the state of Chennai, and the right to participate in the World Chess Championship was passed, we were invited to the Chancellor's room, and currently there is the Russian Cultural Center there, and there used to be a chess club there, and the parents of Vishy Anand, who was just a young boy, led him to this club. And for us, it's a very pleasant moment to see Vishy Anand, who is now deeply involved in chess, and it's very pleasant for us to see Vishy Anand here. We also have here the Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev. I think this is a very remarkable event because on the 30th January of 1998 in Switzerland, Lausanne, the Olympic Museum and the former president of the Olympic Committee, Juan Antonio Samaranch, closed the championship match between Vishy Anand and Anatoly Karpov. And at that moment, Gorbachev and Juan Antonio Samaranch greeted world champion Karpov, who once again showed that he is a real world champion. 14 years have passed, and Mikhail Sergeyevich, we are now here in Moscow in the Tretyakov Gallery, and thanks to our sponsors, first of all, Andrei Filatov, who was in your country, in Dnipropetrovsk. I also saw the chess club where you were together with Boris Gelfand, and I think those years you would not believe that you would be the general sponsor, and Boris Gelfand will play the famous Madras Tiger, Vishy Anand, for the World Chess Crown. But matches like this bring together peoples and reduce time, because chess is not only a royal game, a game of kings, but a game for all people who live on our beautiful earth. I would like to welcome Irina Lebedyova, the General Director of the Tretyakov Picture Gallery, for this opportunity to hold the World Chess title match, because even Mikhail Botvinnik, the world champion, said that chess is a combination of science and art and culture. And over the next 3 weeks, many thousands of Moscow, the Russian Federation, and millions of people who will be watching this match online globally will be able to be introduced not just to the beautiful chess play, but also the masterpieces of the Tretyakov Gallery. Once again, I would like to thank the museum, the Tretyakov Gallery, Gains Honor Sumus. We are one family, as we say in FIDE. So please allow me to announce the match between Anand and Gelfand as open.
Theoretically, it's like a time for fanfares, music. I will play that role. Okay, let me introduce our participants. Champion of the world, Viswanathan Anand, India. Please, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's of course a pleasure for me to play in Moscow and in Russia. And I'd like to thank everyone from the sponsors to the organizers who made this wonderful event happen here. It's also a pleasure to play in such a wonderful venue as the Tretyakov Gallery. And I think after so many months of waiting and training for the match, I'm really looking forward to it starting tomorrow. And I hope the fans, not only here but everywhere, will enjoy this match a lot. Thank you.
I'm even afraid to find out if people don't have earphones. But briefly, I can translate myself. Everything's going to be okay, but it's going to happen tomorrow. The first match will be tomorrow. Now the time for anthem, I guess.
То есть я могу напеть фанфары, но гимн Индии я не осилю.
I can call the tune, but I'm not sure I can sing the music of the anthem of India myself.
Нет, у нас, конечно, есть посол Индии, мы можем попросить.
Well, we do have the ambassador of India here. Maybe he will help us with this anthem of India this time.
Thank you. На сцену приглашается
Now I invite
претендент
the
Борис Гельфанд.
challenger Boris Gelfand, Israel, to come up to the stage. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Okay, should I come closer to the mic? Maybe I'll use this one. That was the champion's mic, I guess. That's right. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to me it's a great honor to play the match in the walls of this wonderful museum. I'd like to thank the sponsors, the organizers of this match. And I hope that the games played within the walls of the Tretyakov Picture Gallery will be on the par of the great paintings of the Russian culture represented within these walls. Thank you all very much. Until we meet again within these 3 weeks. Boris, could you stay please here? Just a couple of seconds. There will be an anthem of Israel played.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Сейчас мы перейдем
Now is the time for the ceremony of draw. And to that end, I will invite to the stage people who will help us. And the head referee of the match, Mr. Ashot Bardapetyan.
Вы можете воспользоваться любым из
You can use any mic you like.
как я понимаю, вам понадобится помощь.
You might need some assistance here. We can start now. Distinguished participants of the match, distinguished guests, the fans of chess. Me too, I would like to thank the Chess Federation, all the organizers of this match. We do have a great festival today. A beautiful match will start in a beautiful center of culture, the Tretyakov Picture Gallery. Bearing in mind that chess is an art in itself, for this ceremony of inauguration, for the draw to this match, we have prepared some paintings painted by the participants of this match. One of the easels to the left, this painting was painted in 1997 in Bill during Boris Gelfand and Ashan game, where Vishy Anand beautifully won. The other painting on the other side, representing also another game in 1993 in Bill as well, which was painted by Boris Gelfand, who won then. I'd like to invite the participants of the match on the stage so that they would sign these easels, and we'll find out with what color they will start the match.
Please come to stage.
Ребят, фотографы, будьте любезны, пожалуйста, дайте
Cameraman.
снимать камерам большим тоже. Взрослым дядям на штативе.
Please
дайте
give a
возможность
chance to big cameras to be involved as well. Thank you very much for your assistance.
Visha, can you just look at the guys, this, so for the pictures? Thank you. Ребят, и теперь чуть-чуть помогаем коллегам.
Well, guys, let's help our colleagues here. That will be some exercise for you too. Thank you.
Мне подсказывает, что
Something tells me that
начинает действующий чемпион.
the world champion Vishanand is going to play white. You're right. The champion Vishanand will play white in their first game.
Thank you, gentlemen. Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
Можно все с собой унести.
Now we take all
Кроме
this stuff
своих тел можно унести и предметы.
off
Ну
the
что
stage.
же, на этом официальная часть нашей церемонии
Thank you. Well, the official part is over, but as always, it would not be fair, having said so many good words about arts, not to enjoy the young talents. The young talents will be accompanied by wonderful Denis Matsuev. He will show high class working with two hands and playing black and white simultaneously. It's going to happen right here. It's not going to be just Kindermat. It will go on for longer. And the stipendia holders of the Young Talents and New Names Foundation, the co-sponsored event by Denis Matsuev, now will be on the stage. Well, kids, you're welcome.
Мне кажется, ли дети волнуются?
Well, seems to me that the kids are nervous a bit. No, these people are quite kind, even if they don't look so. To you?
Выступают Роман и Варвара.
Roman and Varvara are performing.
Варвара молодец, спасибо.
Varvara
Роман, не уходи.
did a good job. Roman, you will have to stay, or you will have to change your notes. Now I play the part of the lady who would always come up in hard steps. Roman Baldwin, Chopin. Roman, please come here.
Молодец.
Well done. Now, the pianist of honor of Russia and a good master of pianos, Matsuev.
Денис Мацуев. Denis Matsuev.
It was Denis Matsuev.
Bis. Денис, не уходи так быстро.
Denis, don't leave us so soon. He left us. Now I'll tell you something for what my mother will reprimand me later in the day. The banquet will be continued in the Kiprensky's room, if Kiprensky only knew about it. Now, after the spiritual food, we'll have our tables ready for us.